Did you know that cultural and regional styles play a significant role in shaping residential design? Of course you did. From Japanese preferences to Jewish traditions and kosher kitchens, every culture brings unique elements to the table. Let's listen in while the AIBD OKI chapter, which is centered in Cincinnati, Ohio, discusses how cultural diversity impacts their architectural choices.
Today's topic is the influence of cultural and regional styles in residential design, and just thinking about some of the regional things we might deal with depending on where we design. You might have to adjust how you're working. And for example, right now I'm working with a woman from Japan. She has certain things that she really wants done a certain way. Privacy is very important. One thing that come up is like shoes and not wearing shoes in the house. And so where do the shoes go? And closets can't face windows. Just things that are just different, but they are very important to the client. And so it's influencing how I have to lay things out, where rooms might go, how things might be laid out. So having to look into, okay, what is potentially more than just what she's telling me? What are some other things I could do to try to better understand how she might use this house, and therefore design it in a way that works for how not only her budget, but also for her cultural side of things.
I've done a few houses now for people who are the Jewish faith. And one of the things that affects the design there is if they want a kosher kitchen.
I don't even know what that is.
I went to high school with a lot of Jewish people, so I'm very familiar. But a kosher kitchen involves the fact that, for lack of a simpler way to put it, certain things can't touch other things. In a kosher kitchen, in effect, it's almost having two kitchens. You've got two separate sinks, you've got two separate stoves, you've got whatever. And while I did grow up and go to school with a lot of people of the Jewish faith, I never paid that much attention as a young man to their kitchens, other than they seemed big and a little odd. But when I got jobs that were like this, I sought out someone who had expertise in it. In my case, it was a kitchen designer who was in Glendale as well, that I worked with on more than one job with kosher kitchens. And she had design expertise in doing this. And that's the first thing I would recommend to anybody is, if you get a client with a cultural preference, do your best to find somebody with expertise in that. You'll get input from the client, obviously, but a bit of research online and someone you can actually talk to can be very helpful. I've had Indian clients who needed to have a prayer room. There's all manner of things like that come around. And it's great if you can find someone with that expertise to bounce things off of, because even with just your regular old American client, people don't know what they don't know. And while they will tell you if they're Japanese or Indian or Jewish or whatever, what their preferences are, they often have no idea how to integrate that into the design of a house. They just know that they want to have these things. Surely seeking out somebody with the expertise is helpful. I have not done a lot of houses for people who are Japanese, and I think that would be interesting. And I have somebody right away to call, because my brother is a retired English professor who spent his entire career teaching English to the Japanese in Kyoto, Japan, and is married to a Japanese wife. So I've got a built-in source there. I'll give you his number.
Okay.
Interesting, right? The conversation goes on to address the challenges of integrating different styles into specific neighborhoods with architectural review boards, considering materials and potential resale value. The participants also share experiences of guiding their clients towards making informed and practical design decisions. Now, the full video is available on our YouTube channel, AIBD Online. You can get to it from aibd.org/YouTube, which is exactly where you found this video. And actually, there's a lot more stuff there too. A recent Wall Street Journal article notes that engagement in virtual meetings is declining. However, more than half of our chapters still meet virtually. A few alternate between virtual and in-person from month to month. The article notes, too, many virtual meetings are informative lectures. Most AIBD chapters are the opposite. They're roundtable discussions, like the one we just listened to. Go back to the email that brought you here. Look at the events section and mark your calendar. Look at all the information. The events section is where you'll find all the opportunities I've just shared. Thanks for watching this entire video and have a triumphant week.